Hello everybody, welcome back. So we are now playing again some Blueprints. Really enjoyed the game last time, and this time hopefully we'll get a little bit more progress in what we did. So let's go ahead and hit continue so we can jump right in. Hope everybody's having a good day, enjoying some of this beautiful weather I know we've been having where I'm at. All right, day 4. Okay. Ooh, I have a package that's been delivered. But I would hate to do that here. Let's go with the pantry this time. And I'm going to leave the apple until I maybe need it. Okay. I think we'll go with the Nook. Okay, the trunk is locked. I'm not going to use the key on that just yet. Okay. So let's see, we got closet, bedroom, kitchen. Kitchen gives us progression, but we won't be able to do it because we don't have a gem. So let's go with closet because we'll get 2 items here. And that will be a key and a gem. Okay, so I have 2 keys. Let's go ahead and open a trunk. What's this? The key to the secret garden. Okay, okay. Like that. Well, since it's pretty much dead now, over here we'll go ahead and eat our apple. So let's go ahead and we'll go over to the right. Spare room because we want to be able to get over. So, unfortunately, we will need to do that. Okay, we can do utility closet, guest bedroom, or commissary. Commissary, I know it's going to give up my gem, but I think it's the smarter play. What do they have here? Salt shaker, shovel, sleeping mask, and metal detector. Okay, so we can come back and always buy stuff if we need to. Corridor is going to bring us up. Storeroom will end this. So let's do the corridor. Okay. So all these little pictures around. Okay. Let's see. We got drawing room. We don't have any gems. We got the chapel, but we lose a coin every time we enter. Let's just do it. Okay, here we got the mailroom for our package. Let's just go ahead and take the mailroom. And then let's also go ahead and open this door. See where this will lead us. Ugh. We'll go ahead and do the bedroom in here. Neither one of these were particularly great, but it's all right. Let's see what we got for package. Customer's copy, packing slip. The Sitka company, they sent me 1 sleeping mask, 1 silver key, and 2 keys. Okay, I like that. Sleeping mask. A black silk sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5 steps. Perfect. We haven't entered that bedroom yet, so we got ourselves a silver key. Will always lead to a room with many doors. Oh, that's even better. Okay. All right, and we'll probably never have to come back to the chapel after this. Is there anything else in here? We've seen this. And the note. Okay. Is there anything else in here? There's the... I saw that last time. Okay. Down to 2 coins. But we're now going to enter in here. Plus the additional 5. And we get some coins. Perfect. Okay. And I think we already looked at this, but I figured we'll just kind of take a quick browse. Okay, so tab this. So the den will leave us there, and we get a gem. So let's do that. Candlesticks knocked over. There's also a lot of clocks. Why are there so many clocks? Let's see, it's 8:45. It's 8:45. That looks like that has a keyhole. So many clocks in this room. Okay. This is going to end our run. Unless we do the boudoir. Let's do the boudoir. Okay. This is for... I wonder if this is for the puzzle. So it's Christmas. Do we think... I don't know how... Because I'm going to assume if there's a safe in a room, there's like a picture or something that would associate to the puzzle. So my guess is if this is Christmas, the only way to do that in numbers would be the date, which would be 1225. Enter. And that worked. Okay. So that's theory is correct. And we get a gem. And we get a red letter. Okay. Number 4. Herbert. I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marin's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifice as she did. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty asset so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year, Daniel. Huh. Okay, well... Oh, sad. Okay, so we now figured out that that safe was related to that picture, so that theory was correct. I had that thought the last time, but I figured I'd try it this time. Okay, let's take a look and see what we got here. So security is going to give us 2 doors. I think we're going to take that even though it uses up a gem, but also because it's security and it just kind of gives us the ability to come over here and take a look at the lock key system. I currently do not have and you know what, we're going to go ahead and also do the offline mode to be unlocked. No, my bad. Back. Okay. Exit. Now, let's see if there's anything in here we can grab. We're doing pretty good on our steps. We have 48. Blue memos equal true, red memos equal lies. Right. Okay. Is there anything over here we can get? I know we've looked at that. Fishing pole and trees and a road. Road rod. Why? Huh. Okay. No idea. You know what? Let's we'll go this way first. Just to kind of see. So we have the utility closet. Or I could use up my gem and go for the kitchen. We're going to give up our gem. Might have been a stupid choice, but... Okay. Let's go here. Okay, we got the parlor, which will let us go to that side. So let's do the parlor. This should hopefully give us more gems if I don't screw up the puzzle. Okay, let's see. The blue box contains the gems. This box is the black box, so that's a lie. This box is the white box, so that's a lie. So this is true. So the gems would be here? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Coat. Cot. So that's missing the A like the other one. Let's just go ahead and use a key. Let's do the West Hall. I think that would be fun. Staff notice, June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice while the 4 plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool. We ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Interesting. Okay. Let's go down, because this is going to be a dead end anyway. Let's go ahead and do the utility closet here, because it is a dead end. And that'll allow me to turn off the key card system, turn off the darkroom, gymnasium, and we'll turn on the garage. Okay, let's go ahead and light these up. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so the purple is there. Okay, so I got them all to be purple, but I don't know what that means. So, I mean, we got them all to be purple, so yay us. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Take the dining room before I go in there. I want to actually go back to Securitar. Security. Because now that we have the key card system turned off. I actually want to do security level high. And then, yeah, keep it as unlocked. Do we have any inventory? So there's one gem. Oh, okay. So where is that gem? Where? It's somewhere. We'll find it at some point, I'm sure. Okay, in here. Maybe the gem's in here. Okay, well, let's, you know what, let's try this room. Okay, so we got hallway. Gives us one way. Or we could do the observatory for a gem. Let's do that, actually. Okay, well, pair of chests have been added to the entrance hall, okay? Pilot? I don't know. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. So we're gonna take the dark room. Now, technically, I turned power off. Still can't see, but let's go there. Ah, the furnace. Did not need that. Okay. So this will connect to the dining room, but I don't want the dark room to make that decision. So I'm actually gonna go back to the dining room. Oh, because I'm sweating. Okay, so we got gymnasium or an aquarium. Is every color of this room. I'm gonna have to do the gymnasium. I don't want to use up my gem. Okay, we got storeroom and patio. Okay, patio leads us nowhere. Now security can still go up, so let's go to storeroom. Because if nothing else, we can at least get a coin, a key, and a gem. Squeakity squeak. Okay. We're using up our steps, which is not good. And we got $6. What do we got here? Okay. None of these are good. That'll give me 11 steps. I'm gonna have to do it and just hope. I can find something. God, it really... I've never done the Mage Chamber, so let's just go ahead and do that because it doesn't cost me anything. It sounds like a horrible deal, but whatever. Staff notice. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have interest in attending services may contact Miss Babbage for details. In following the instructions left by Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount St. Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Miss Babbage. Okay, that's a match. Tree, pine, fire. We're gonna do guest bedroom just because it gives us more steps. It's also got a gem. We've already read that. Okay, let's go back to wait. Oh, we only lose one. Okay, so we don't re-lose. Special key. Where am I? Over here. Let's just use a regular key. Lavatory, courtyard. Courtyard might be interesting. Gives us more doorways. Let's do courtyard. Okay. And we got the metal detector. Okay. So that's up. So let's go here first. Use a key. So that gives me 2, but also a door. This freezes my account, and this is a floor archived plan. Let's do the floor archived. Coat check. Okay, so that's not too bad. Because I can go in and maybe like save the secret garden key, or like one of these. So that might be a good plan. Okay. Great Hall has 7 doors that are locked. Jesus. But it also gives us a way to go up. So let's just do that. Let's go here and use a key. Bunk room, bedroom, archive floor plan. Let's hope this has something for me. The rumpus room. Okay. This is an interesting room. Okay. Ooh, we can insert a coin. Let's see what happens. You gonna talk to me? Or are you gonna okay, we exploded.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something. Something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Okay. I don't know if that was positive or negative for us. We are out of keys, but oh, that's the antechamber, isn't it? Dang. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's silver key this. And it brought us here. Okay. You can now draft a second copy of rooms you already have in your house. You can now draft second. Okay, so you can redraft. This looks very confusing right now. I think we're gonna go with hallway because it's the only one that goes up. It may not lead us anywhere, but it leads us to go up. So that's a fan. That's flan. So the L is different. That's weird. Okay. So because I think this is probably going to end up being the end of our run, we'll go ahead and do the archive floor plan. Ooh. Got some coins. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, that are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. Okay. All right, that's pretty cool. And then we got a red memo that says safe code is 9083. Because it's red, though, it should be a lie. So I don't think that's what the safe code's going to be. That is a bird. Crown crow. So that's an N. So I wonder why those are there and what that means. We'll have to play around with that. Let's... Oh my god. This is the secret garden, everybody. there's something I can turn. Okay. So that's probably a puzzle. It looks like I should be able to, like, break that. It's the moon. So I wonder if this is part of that puzzle. So maybe this one, because it's on the south side, needs to face south. And then maybe because this is the north side, it needs to face north. So that did nothing. Maybe no. 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 Hold up, that did something. Gave me a lever. Allowed me to open up the anti-chamber, but I'm from the bottom, not from that side. Oh no. I don't think there's a way for me to get over there. There isn't. Okay, well. Oh my god. Look at that. Okay, so which way is this? This is to go up, and it's locked. Okay. And it's locked. Okay. So our run is essentially done. So let's do this. Let's go back to coat check, which is just this way. And we can coat check. I think we'll coat check the metal detector. Metal detector has been coat checked. Okay. Do we have, where's the commissary? It's all the way down here. I don't think we'd be able to get anything there. How many? That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Nope. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps. Okay, I'll go down to security. We want to go to the boudoir. Into the den. We want to go up through the bedroom, into the chapel, down the corridor to the commissary. Let's see if there's anything good here. Oh, don't. You know what, for fun, let's buy the shovel, and then, because we have the steps, right? So let's see. Secret Garden, I know, had places we could dig. Courtyard did too, so let's go to the courtyard. I think the courtyard did, at least. Okay, we added 2 more steps. Boudoir. Okay, so we're in the courtyard. We do not have anything where we can dig. Okay, that's fine. So we can go here, over here, over in here, and we can go here. And just for funsies, dig. Okay, we get coins. Is that the only dig spot? Okay, so that was the only dig spot. I don't think we can check more than one item. Right? I don't think we can. Okay. Well, I think we've done everything we can do for now. So I guess we go ahead and call it a day. All right. Mount St. Holly, the Scarlet Manor. So we had 7 red rooms, much to my dismay. We had 9 new rooms. We found 4 items. Took 91 steps. We reached all the way to 9. And total rooms were 35. We just ran out of keys. That lockpick would have been helpful if we could have found a lockpick or something. Or if they have like a master key, or like if you could get like the maid's chamber, you have like the maid's key or something. That'd be nice. All right. So let's go straight this time. Let's go up. So it looks like we can do the chapel, the pantry, or the guest bedroom. I'm gonna go with the chapel. I know you lose a coin, but frankly, it gives us the most doors. Let's go up. So we got spare room, utility closet, and hallway. We're gonna go hallway. Let's go straight up again. Okay, so here we can do parlor, closet, or den. We're gonna go with den. Okay. Take that. I'm gonna go back down. I don't have any coins. Let's go over here. So, we could do bedroom, which brings us up. Guest bedroom, which kills that. Or the closet. So let's go with the bedroom. Okay, we got nothing in here. Nope. Okay. So this can either do pantry to give us coins, or we could do spare room or corridor. Corridor is always left unlocked. Let's do corridor. I know the pantry would have connected, but I wanted to kind of do something a little bit different here. So we got pantry again. We got the nook, or we got security for a gem. I'm actually going to do the nook for that key. Okay. Nothing else. No. Okay, so here we can do guest bedroom for 10 steps. closet for 2 items, or the observatory, which will bring us down, but it may be interesting, so let's do the observatory. Let's see what we got. The slice, so we get 3 extra steps. Okay. Let's go here. So we can do storeroom, closet, or drawing room. Drawing room would take us down into the corner, which may be interesting, but I don't have a gem. So let's do storeroom. We can get 1 coin, which we will lose in the chapel. So there we go. We got the key. All right. We got 2 keys now. Okay, let's go back here to the corridor. Bedroom. Back into the main law area. Okay. So we can do pantry for coins. Or we could do parlor for gems. Let's do parlor for gems. And it looks like we have the magnifying glass. Perfect. So that would mean... Is there anything here? Anyway. This box contains the gems. The other 2 boxes contain gems. So that's a lie. Only 1 box can. All 3 boxes contain gems. That's a lie. So my assumption is it's going to be in the black box. Okay, let's see what we got here. Interesting. So we can do kill our run, do the spare room, or do the commissary. We're going to do spare room. Can't believe in the last run we almost had. Let's do the courtyard here. Number 1, because it connects to the hallway. But number 2, it gives us apparently a sledgehammer. Okay. Sledgehammer. Let's go over here. So... kitchen will go up for a gem. Nursery is every time we draft a bedroom, we gain 5, or we could do guest room with +5. You know what? For fun, let's do the kitchen, just because it keeps going up. I know we can buy steps there, but I don't want to do that. Okay, let's go here. Ooh, okay, so... breaker box, closet, library. I don't think we've ever done the library, so let's do the library. Okay, what is this? Additional reading. The house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. Okay. Reading. Okay. Well, interesting. Okay. So that's the ampersand or and. Mountains. Ampersand and. So they obviously have a connection. It's not going to be mountain. Okay. Mount St. Holly Library, book request form and library use only. Books and periodicals requested with this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Please select one. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, Drew Darrell. Swimbird, Marion Marigold. I believe that's our mom. The Fixed Stars by Richard Witt. History of Orindia, Caleb Manning. EPCW Pump System User Manual. Okay. Or Drafting Strategy Architectural Digest Volume 1. Because I think that's probably going to be what we need, we'll go ahead and use that one. The above signee is responsible for all materials checked out using this form, and understandable new requests cannot be made on days in which a previous requested book or periodical has been pulled. Okay, volume 3. Next time he drafts, selects one. Number 124. Huh. Okay. There's stairs that go upstairs. Can we go up the stairs? And we can. Okay. Let's see. Mount Holly Records. Temporal Records. Total time 2 hours 18 minutes. Total days 5. Longest day was 36 minutes. Average day is at 31. Interesting. So, resource records. Step taken 277. Keys turned 11. Gems used 21. Gold spent 16. Total stars 3. Okay. Nothing there. Draft records. Total draft. Rooms drafted 103. I've drafted 14 bedrooms. Hallways drafted been 15. Green rooms drafted 7. Shops drafted 7. Red rooms drafted 11. Puzzle records. Billion 1. Dartboard solved 1. Pollers drafted 3. Pollers solved 3. Okay. That's interesting. What's over here? Anything of interest? Is there like a secret passage? Can I pull a book? Okay. Mount Holly's scrapbook. Huh. Baron of Mount Holly, names nephew provisional heir. Okay, so there's... Can I see that? No. Okay. Claim check, first claim check ticket. And it was the metal detector, right. My favorite floor plan was dining room. Can't seem to pass it up. Corridors, most drafted, followed by den, followed by bedroom. Most paid for is courtyard with 14. Observatory with 3. Kitchen with 3. Most time spent in security, entrance hall, and observatory. Okay. Well, that would make sense. Contraptions I've made. I have made nothing. Commissary, receipt, 6 gold, paid in full with the shovel. Okay. Something happens over there. Most avoided. What is this? Maybe one day lavatory, most avoided floor plans, lavatory, passageway, and office. Interesting. I feel like I need that. Does it have something to do? No. Is there something over there? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, let's move on. Okay, let's take a look here. So we're going to be going this way. So we can do, I do not want to lose half of my steps. Boiler room. We've never drafted that. But it costs a gem. You know what, let's just draft it because we've never drafted it. Interesting. Okay. Okay. What did I just do? Oh my god, I made a bridge. Oh my god. Can't do anything with it, but okay. Now that's interesting. How do I get... So I have to figure out how to open that gate, right? What is that? What is that doing? What does that do? What is that doing? It opened up the door. Okay. What? That was a noise? What's that noise from? How do I get that open? Okay. Okay. So that... Okay. Is there a way... Huh. Okay. Can't really figure that out. But okay, so... I have to go back to the hallway. Kitchen. Hallway. Go into the den. Go to this side. Well, this is gonna suck because this is gonna end our run. Take the breaker box. Nothing we can do about it. So I think that ended what we can do here. That's a little upsetting, but okay. Let's go ahead and call it a day. Okay, Mount Holly Cozy Cottage. Total room 17. Rank reached 4. Steps taken 28. Items found 2. New rooms 2. Yeah, that was not a good run, people. All right, day 6. Queen card, an ace card. Okay. I already know we're gonna take the corridor on this one because it's gonna get us over into that corner. Prayer. Crowbar. Ooh. We're going to do the parlor because it's going to give us gems. Secretly hoping we'd have the magnifying glass, but we don't. So, black box is empty. Okay. Black box is true. Black box is black. Okay, so that's true. If this is saying the black box is true, then this is saying the black box is empty, which means it's true, but there always has to be a false. So, haha. Don't know how I figured that out, by the way. I just kind of did. Okay. Bedroom gives us 10 steps. Chapel takes away money. We don't have any, so let's do the chapel. We don't have anything to pay. You know, I never really checked to see if you could have stuff here. Okay. It's gonna go over. Let's go up, actually. Let's take a look here. So we got the den for a gem. We could do the nook, or we could do the drawing room. Let's go to the den for now. Let's just try to collect some gems here. Okay. And we have a lock trunk. Okay. All right, here we can do the nook, gives us 1, or we could do the garage, which will give us 3 keys, which would be interesting. I don't know if have I ever drafted the garage? Now let's do the garage. Let's get those 3 keys. Because we're going to need them. Nothing happened. Okay. Kristoff, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you've been driving for his lordship. Your absences must be accounted for, Miss Babbage. Okay. Looks like a little button. Button there. Okay. Interesting. So let's go back to the chapel. Okay. So security would be interesting here. For a gem. Let's do security. And I think what we'll do, because we don't have key card system, let's do low. Turn to security. Okay, I have the 1 trunk, yep. This I think was Swan Song. Staff services. If I remember correctly, no, okay. Staff services, network, log out. All right, let's take a look here. So this room will connect to, I don't want to do archives. So commissary will bring us up. Boiler room will take us up. We're going to do commissary. I don't want to deal with archives right now. I have no money, but just out of curiosity. So gem, slam hanger, and running shoes. Okay, so Nook will lead us back that way. Pantry will actually bring us that way. Let's do pantry. And we'll save the apple for now. Breaker box is interesting because we could use that with security and the keys. So let's do that. Let's do this. Turn that off. Turn gymnasium off. And garage on. Okay. Don't know what the garage on does, but we're not going to need that now. So let's do this. Confirm setting, change offline mode to unlocked, confirm setting, back, exit. Okay. This way we can try to conserve, keep the keys as long as possible. Let's go back to the den. And it said power in the garage, so There was a button here. Now it's green. Okay. That opens the garage door. The West Path grounds. Can I go up the ladder? No. Okay. Where does this take me? Where does this... It takes me over here. Okay. Takes me to the other side of this. It's now open. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Permanent changes do not reset each day. Oh, goodness gracious, guys. So now let's go take a look at what's over here. There's a building. And a bird bath. And a straw stump. We'll look at the building in a second. What's over here? Okay, so you can't go there. Gotcha. Let's go take a look at this thing. What's this? Ooh, okay. Select a room to draft. Rooms in your house will most likely to contain dig spots. I mean, that'd be great if we had a shovel, but we don't. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. Trading post trades. Items for trade. Let's do the shelter. That way if we get something like archive, it will protect us maybe? Okay. What's this? Remain where you are for now, given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow. We've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the 3 of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Okay. Now we have a computer, and we have a time-safe lock. Okay, so what is this? Welcome to Mount St. Holly's bomb shelter. The shelter's time-safe lock can be accessed by setting unlock a date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. How do I know? Well, let's see. Radiation. Measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 USV or higher, emergency protocol will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Okay. Swan song. Okay. We have electronic mail. Okay, so it's not allowed there. Remote. It's possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA. So security is the only one online. Okay. Well, I don't know the date or the time, so we're gonna have to try to find that. This is cool. Okay, so we got ourselves a little fun thing over here. And since we're out here, let's make a wish. E. Okay. So let's see, so den we still have, but let's fit the entrance hall. Let's go this way just for fun. Ooh, permanent additions. Okay, okay. And then we did the shelter. Perfect. We're slowly making progress, it looks like. Okay, we're gonna do the bedroom. And then we have that, which I'd hate to use my key for right now. Hallway does nothing for us. Closet does nothing. Observatory. Let's do closet then. Alright, you know what? And since we did that, let's just go ahead and open this up. So now we know that, wait, we know the time here, right? So it's almost 10 o'clock. Okay. If the parlor, would that have like a calendar or something? We're gonna lose a coin. Okay, let's just go here. Okay, spare room brings us nowhere. Guess we're gonna have to go with the kitchen. Alright. It's a necktie. It's a T-tier thingy. Do we not have calendars in this joint? Okay. So hallway doesn't do anything for us. Spare room will take us up. So the only thing good about hallway is it brings us that way. Spare room will bring us up. Let's do the spare room. This is gonna be the one time, you guys, that we're like protected from the red, and like they're not gonna give me any red. Look at this. Okay, so drawing room gives us 2 areas. So let's do the drawing room. Okay. Lots and lots of pictures. Still don't know what that means. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Okay. Okay, this is Herbert. Why is that? Wait a minute. He's sitting in that chair. Why is that like that? No. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna have to figure this out. My guess is that it's gonna be a 4 code. Okay. So my guess is that they have arrows. So you can't see the clock, so it's not like that. Nothing that would indicate a date. There are 4 chair legs. 6 candlesticks. So 6, 6, that's 12. We could do... It's gonna be stupid, but let's try it. That's gonna be a no. Okay. Do you think it has something to do with these pictures? So like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 of the little boys. 1. Well, 4 of the little boys. Boys grow up, become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20. So 04, 26. Did I not do this right? Oh. So that's a no. Okay. 1 horse, 2 horse, 3 horse, 4 horse, 5 horse, 6 horses. But there's that big guy there. Some weird sizings, right? So could it be a sizing thing? So like there's only 4 women and all of them are bigger pictures. Everything is so low except for these, and that's 3, 6, 9, 12. But didn't I already do an 04 to 12? Women are bigger, so maybe it's 12. So maybe it's 1. Maybe it's singular 1, 2, 3, 4. Nine, 10, 11, 12. So wait, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 414? I don't think it would be the horses. I do think... I mean, the kids are 4 Horses are 5. There are 14 singular men, 15 if we include Herberts. Let's try... Oh. Thank you, Uncle. Okay, let's read this. April 15th. Dearest Mary, I know the events of the past year have catapulted you into a world where you may not have been ready for. It's cruel the way time rips through our lives, leaving them barren and fruitless like wind-scarred plains. Throughout all of this, I know your principal concern has always been Simon. You didn't need to confide in me yesterday for me to realize that fact. Everyone who knows you understands this. I will take full responsibility to ensure that regardless of how your current project pans out, Simon is shielded from any fallout and, God forbid, repercussions. A child should never suffer the iniquity of their parents. I, of course, write you all this in hope that I can set your mind at peace when imagining the worst case scenarios, not because I think such an outcome is likely. No, Mary, I have a few apprehensions and a few fears. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should be reunited with Simon again before his 10th birthday. And while 2 years might seem like an eternity to a mother, I've always heard the days pass by more quickly in the East. As for me and you, I have already come to terms that our meeting yesterday was very likely our last. I am too old and too stubborn to ever leave this place. I am too attached to the home our family has built up. Room by room. Yes, I have a strong premonition that I will be buried in red soil under red flags, a compromise I know you yourself would never accept. It's been a joy watching you grow up and getting to know you. Your mother and I spoke of little else during your school days. I know she feels the same bittersweet pride I feel now, to see you following in your father's footsteps and making the same sacrifices he did. Farewell, my marigold. We may yet meet again, your Uncle Herbert. Okay. We're making some good progress here, people. Let's go up. Well, actually, let's go over. We'll go ahead and use the key. Ooh. Well, I don't have any money. Don't think I've ever done a laboratory, so let's go ahead and do that. And it goes up. So it has a, what's this? Heating and cooling curves. H2O's melting point at 0.0 ppt minus 0.5. 30 degrees Celsius. Room temperature, complete thaw. Melting point, ice. Test 205 at atmospheric pressure. 9.3 kPa in Mount Holly freezer. Okay. Okay. Randolph. Okay. Wants me to look at the periodic table. That's interesting. God. I would have no clue. But okay. Look how pretty. Okay. Okay, it's a bath and tub tube. Okay, I wonder what that means. Like, I probably need to one of these times like write it down just so I know. What is this? Okay, this is a puzzle with the periodic table. So, give me a second. I gotta get my notepad. Okay. All right, let's. Okay, so we still have the notes from the chapel with the like the statues. And we have the billiard puzzle. Periodic elements. Okay. So it looks like it's numbers. So in the top row, we've got 3. Top left. Bottom row. Second in, we've got 4, followed by 7, and then 2 down. 1, and then 6 is right above that. And then we got a row. So we go up 1, 2, and then over 1, 2, 3, and we got 5. Okay, so just put a square there. And that's how many squares over? That's 6 over. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 5 is in the 7. And then on the same row as 5 at the very end, we got 10. Diagonal to that is 11, 9. And up from 9 is 2. And then diagonal from that is 8. And then next to 8 is 12. Okay, let's go see what this does. It has to do with the periodic table. Okay, so 3 is going to be the letter H. 5 did I do something wrong here? Hold on. Where was 5 located? So 5 is not on the short row, it's on the longer row. Okay. So 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So it's RE. So 5 is RE. And then we got 10 at the very end, which is RN. Diagonal from that is 11, which is I. Next to that is TE, which is 9. 2 is 1, 2 above it, which is S. Then FNE. Okay. And then that's in the bottom row, right? Yes. Okay. Bottom row, skip 1, then we have AC. Then we have 7 is TH. And then we go 1, 2, then we have NP, and then SM. Okay. So 1 is N. Is that NP? NP. Hold on. Because then there's this arrow, right? So this arrow is pointing here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. So 1 is 6 over, because I don't know any words that start with NP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, PU. PU is 1. Okay, so we got 1. 2 is S. 3 is T. So, no, is H. 3 is H, so push. Push. And then 4 is TH. And then it's 4TH. And then, yeah, so 4 is TH. And then 5, push, TH. Is that RE? RE. And then 6 is now EU. So push 3 and then a U. And then 7 is P, up. Push 3 up and then A. Push 3 up, A. And then 9. Eight, push 3 up at E. What's 10 is RN, right? Where's 10 is at the very end? Yeah, RN. 11 is I. What's 12 is NE. So the last word is 9. Push 3 up, something 9. So it's telling me to push up 3. Okay, and then there is a 9, so we'll push up 9. Is that it? No? Okay, so I need to have the boiler room to do this. Okay. Well, we've got the computer. So let's take a look at this. Ooh, experiment setup, research logs, pause experiment. In the laboratory, you are free to experiment by testing and combining different machine mechanics to create an original and unique house feature that will last until the end of the day. Continue. Immediately set your steps to 40. Lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and then whenever you draft a shop room. You know what? Let's do immediately. Set my steps to 40. Start experiment. Okay, perfect. Let's do this again. Not the, we can only do the one. Research. No experiments found. Research logs will be available the day after the experiment has been performed. Okay. And then we can also take a look at the other terminals that are here. Return. Data transfers not currently available. Remote view. So shelter and security online, the only one that's not is office. Okay, so if I went to shelter, I can do all of that. Okay. So, that's cool. This was fun. Let's see what we got. We got the Nook, we got the observatory, or we got the wine cellar. Now, the wine cellar does give us 3 gems. Observatory, obviously. Or Nook. So technically speaking, they're both going to do Let's do the Nook. We're going to only go in for the key, but we're going to actually do the drafting from the other draft room and from the drawing room, and that's just because we can redraft here. We're going to need the key anyway, so there you go. Okay, so we can do hallway gives us to go that way. Storeroom will end our run, and then secret passage. Let's try redrawing. Guest room, boudoir, or observatory. Should have taken the hallway. Let's do the observatory. Okay, so we get a gem. That's good. We get our gem back. And now we have 4 stars. So, can't hate on that. We have our book that we got. Let's do library. Okay. The EPCW Pump System User Manual, Pump Series 8. Pump system is engineered specifically for the luxury requirements of today's indoor, in-ground swimming pool and spa. The EPCW system is also expandable, allowing you to use multiple pumps to control the water flow and volume to several different design tanks and aquatic house features, be it an aquarium, fountain, or good old-fashioned swimming pool. Okay. Gene Ribbon, Paul Withers, and we did this. When did we do this? Oh my God. When did we draft? Was that 2 days ago? Wait, November is... That's today. Wait a minute. So it's November 12th. Okay, so it's November 12th. Hold on. At what time? What time is it? And it is... almost 2 o'clock. Okay, hold on. Log into network. No, that was wrong. My bad. Okay. Log into network. Okay, password accepted. So we checked it out on November 12th. That would be today. We want a remote terminal access. View active terminals. We want to go into the shelter. Time lock safe. Set. Said it was November 12th. 12th. Okay. And then it's 2. So let's do 3 p.m. Okay. Okay. So it's 2 now. So, okay. Let's see if that works, people. Water level indicators. Selection buttons. Source labels. Water control panel. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub to your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to your own home's needs, one button for each different water source on the estate. The function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain or fill your pool, simply press the button labeled Pool. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if its corresponding button is selected. After you've selected a source using the water control panel, the next step is to set the pump associated with that source to pump either in or out. This will initiate water flow to/from one of your supply tanks. 2-tank pump lever controls flow direction to select source, the pump. A pump may be connected to more than one tank, allowing you to store and retrieve even more water. Recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. Tank switch. In these cases, the tank a pump is using can be changed by simple flip of a switch. Quick start guide. Use water control panel to select water source. Use pump lever to set water flow direction. Interesting. Okay. That was very interesting. So, the only thing that's going to bring us anywhere is going to be the workshop. And we get the sledgehammer. Perfect. Let's take a look at this. And we only have a sledgehammer, so we can't do anything there. True box doesn't always contain the prize. And then page 8, stones cut by hand and let letters rot do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. Let's take a picture of that actually on the phone. Because I have a feeling that's going to come into play later. Okay, so here we can do, interesting, dining room, which will actually give us more steps, or the pool, which adds the pump room. Ow. Locker room to today's draft pool. We're going to do dining room for the steps. We're going to save it though for now. So we can't get into the antechamber, at least not at this moment. This may be our last hope. We lose 2 steps every time we enter the gym. Let's just do it. Okay. I only have 1 key, 1 coin. Boudoir ends it. I've never done the laundry room. Let's do the laundry room. I mean, we might as well, right? Got nothing else better to do. So $5 to... Okay, so I don't have any of that. Okay. That looks different from these. Why does that look... Okay. Oh. Let's go here, and that's locked. Alright, I think that we're not calling it a day, so don't even bother. So let's go eat. Then let's go down to the garage. From the garage, we can go down to the shelter to see if that's opened. I don't know if I had anything else with a locked trunk. So if we have a locked trunk, have dinner. Okay. I do have to say that this was pretty successful. The laboratory. It is almost 3 o'clock. We're in the kitchen. The den. Let's go to the garage. Do we have anything in the garage? No. Okay. It worked. Okay, so we got a gem. That's great. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilling airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years, suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events. 4 years ago, the circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I'm aware of the cost in my aggressively aloof behavior has had on social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under the cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. If Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such sensational story betrays my own desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land I pray one day to find our Marion safe and happy and absolved. Courtney. Okay. Well, that was eventful. This was a good run. Just for fun, since we've got about 30 steps we can kill here. I'm gonna first go in here. I don't think I have any trunks, but I figured I'll just kind of take a quick gander, as it can't hurt. Okay. And I opened that one, and then we had coat closet. Okay. I'm sorry, what? Can I break vases? What did that do? I just broke the vase. What is this? A small data microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. I don't know where. Can I break you? No. Can I break you? No. Can I break you? No. What about any of you guys? Is there any secrets then over here? Can I break this vase? No. Can I break this vase? No. Weird. Okay. Can I break that? No. No. Can I break that? No. Can I break the mirror? No. Anything in here I can break? No. There was that weird bordered area. Can we break into that? No. Okay, so that's probably not breakable then. Bird bath. That's that dark tunnel room. Is there anything over here? No. Can't get in there. Can I break that? No. Okay. Looks like I still can't get into there. Can I use this? Let's see. Okay. Well, still can't do anything with this. Alright, so I think... I know we can call it a day from there, but I want to do it from here. I think that was pretty successful, you guys. I mean, we did get up to the antechamber again, although we did not get to open it. I mean, that's definitely part of our goal here. But we did open up the Westgate Path. We got into a thing called the shelter. Yeah. And we did an experiment, our first experiment. So let's call it a day. And unfortunately, at that note, I think we are going to call it a day on this part. Did pretty good. We did 6 days. We just have to remember that day 6, I'm actually going to write that down in case we get the shelter again. We may be able to get that gem again. So day 6 is November 12th. That way when we figure out our days, we can kind of go from there. Like tomorrow will be day 13, November 13. Mount Holly, west facing villa. West wing is favored, not by choice, but that's just unfortunately the rooms that were given to us. Ooh, excuse me. Total rooms were 24. Rank reached was 8. Steps taken were 81. Items found 2. We found 4 new rooms. Shelter being one of them. I'm trying to think here what else we did that was new. Laundry room. I think workshop was probably new for us. And I don't think we ever took the garage before, so that would make sense. Let's go ahead and exit. I'm gonna go ahead and hit save and quit. Hopefully it'll take us to on the main page and not just like kick us out here. All right, good. There we go. Look at that. All right, so that was today's blueprints. A lot of fun today. Found a lot of fun things, a lot of new things, which is great. I want to obviously try to draft up more and more rooms as we kind of discover them. We really need to start working on, obviously, trying to get more keys and more gems and how to like kind of figure that out. But yeah, I think this was a good day for this. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely give it a like. Maybe comment if you guys saw something that maybe I missed. Or, you want to give me a hint or something, that's fine. Just don't spoil. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's the first time playing something like this. So I think this is kind of really interesting. But other than that, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.